Hey, I'm Asher, and in this video you're going to learn how to set up a mix minus with a MixPre 6. This is a really easy setup to follow, and just to let you know, this is part of a larger series, and that is the Ultimate Portable Podcast Studio setup. If you check out the other videos, you're going to find out all the other pieces that are involved in this, and basically these are just parts of that Ultimate Portable Podcast Studio. I hope you check those out. Let me know what you think. So this setup, mix minusing with the MixPre 6, is super easy. All you need to do really is watch this video, and I'm going to take you through each step of the way to show you how to set up a mix minus. Now, just in case you're not aware, a mix minus is when you're taking out the caller's audio when you're sending it back to them. So if you sent the caller all the audio that you were getting, they would hear themselves too, and that's no good. Feedback, it's hard to concentrate when you're hearing yourself on just a couple second delay, so we definitely don't want that. And it's really super easy with the MixPre 6 to make sure that mix minus is set up properly. It's not a headache like most people think it is. Pretty simple, especially using this setup I'm about to show you right now. The first thing we're going to do is start with the settings. We're going to start by going to the menu screen. The second option that we're going to choose is Outputs in the bottom right hand corner. Then we're going to go to Stereo Out Left. So for this purpose, I'm going to assume that we are using every channel. We're using all four of the XLR inputs, and we're also using the USB in, which I have set to USB in 2. So we're going to select absolutely everything except for the caller. All right, that's the left channel. Again, now the listener is going to hear everything except for themselves, as long as you're using that main 3.5 millimeter output to feed audio to the listener. The MixPre 6 offers two ways in order to get audio back to the caller without having them hear themselves. You can actually do a mix minus setup with the headphone output, and I'm going to show you how right now. Just in case you want to use the main output for something else, like sending the audio to your computer for recording, you can do that and use the headphone output to feed audio back to your caller. First, select the menu option in the top right-hand corner. Next, go to the headphones. You're going to want to go to the third menu within the headphone. Now you're going to want to edit headphone presets. And for sake of simplicity, we'll use preset 1. Alright, this might look familiar. You have 6 channels, and if you recall, on channel 5, we have the caller. So if we want to send the caller everything but themselves, we are going to go and select absolutely everything except for that 5th channel. Now we can use the headphone output to feed a mix minus signal back to the caller. Two options on the MixPre 6. This is one of the reasons why I chose this for the Ultimate Portable Podcast Studio. Alright, so that's how you use the headphone output on the MixPre 6 for mix minusing audio back to the caller without them having to hear themselves. Now keep in mind, if you want to follow these step-by-step instructions and have them work for you, you need to have channel 5 set up for the caller as AUX1 and channel 6 set up as USB. Technically, you don't even need to use the USB channel, but just make sure that AUX is on channel 5. Now, what I would do if I were you is I would choose how I want my mix minus setup to be, and then I would create a preset that says interview plus caller. That way, you can just go back to this preset and select it instead of having to do all this over every time. And anyway, you probably don't want to have to remember all this. Alright, we've covered the settings, you know how to program the Mix Pre 6 to do that mix minus for you, but what you might be wondering is, what kind of hardware do I need for this? Well, to be honest with you, not a whole lot, but you do need to know how to do it right, and I'm going to show you what you need and how to set it up right now. Here you can see the 3.5mm headphone output, as well as the 3.5mm aux/mic in. You will use the aux/mic in to input the caller audio. And here you see the 3.5mm stereo output, which you would use to send a mix minus feed back to the caller. First, we have two 3.5mm cables male to male. Next, we have one Lightning to TRRS connector. This is only necessary for iPhones. The next cable is a headphone microphone splitter, TRRS connector. You'll see there is a second adapter, and this is for phones that are not set up like an iPhone. The TRRS connectors can have different mappings. More about that if you're interested. Here you can see the TRRS to Lightning connected to the headphone microphone splitter. Here you can see the first 3.5mm cable plugged into the headphone jack. The other end of this 3.5mm jack will be plugged into the stereo output. This is the audio that's going to feed the caller. Here, the second 3.5mm cable is connected to the headphone port. This will supply the audio from the caller to the Mix Pre 6. The other end of this 3.5mm cable will be plugged into the aux/mic input. This setup could also work with your computer with a device like this one you see here, a USB headphone microphone splitter. Now the only thing left is connect that Lightning port to your cell phone. Just see what happens. Let's check it out. All right, let's make a call and see if we can get somebody on the line. Give this setup a test.
Hello.
Hey, JJ, how are you?
I'm good.
How does everything sound?
You sound amazing.
I know. Don't you wish your phone had a SM7B attached to it?
Are we doing a mix minus right now?
We are doing a mix minus. Yes, we are.
Sounds great.
I'm going to turn you up just a little bit. And
okay.
So tell me a little bit about your podcast.
So I am the founder and co-host of The Great People Show. We've been around for over 2 years now, and our podcast happens to be broadcast on radio here in Richmond, Virginia on WNTW.
I think I remember that.
I bet you do.
All right, so I think we can consider this a success.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Good, okay.
I can't wait to see the setup.
It's pretty simple. You're going to like it because you're going to have to purchase like $20 worth of cables.
Oh, I love it.
And that's it. That's how you do a mix minus with a Mix Pre 6 just using your cell phone. And like I said, that can also work for Skype too. This has been the Mix Minus tutorial for the Mix Pre 6 based on the Ultimate Portable Podcast Studio setup. If you found this video helpful, if you have any questions, if you don't even like the video, I'd love to find out in the comments section below. Please let me know. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, just let me know you exist and that you care.